You're waiting for it. That spark. That sudden burst of energy that's finally going to make you want to get up and do the thing you've been putting off for weeks. So you wait. You scroll a little. You tell yourself you'll start the moment you feel ready. But the feeling never comes. And deep down, you're starting to wonder if something is wrong with you. Here's the truth. Nothing is wrong with you. You've just been taught a version of motivation that is completely backwards. For most of your life, you've believed in a simple order of events. First you feel motivated, then you take action. The feeling comes first, and the doing follows. It sounds obvious. It feels true. And it's the single biggest reason you stay stuck. Because motivation almost never works that way. Think about the last time you actually did something hard. A workout you dreaded. A task you'd been avoiding. Did a wave of excitement wash over you and carry you to the gym? Or did you feel heavy, reluctant, almost annoyed right up until the moment you started moving? That second one. That's the real experience. And it's pointing at something psychologists have understood for decades. The feeling doesn't create the action creates the feeling. There's a term for this in clinical psychology. It's called behavioral activation. It came out of treatment for depression, where waiting to feel better before doing anything keeps people frozen for years. The breakthrough was almost insultingly simple. Don't wait for the motivation. Do the small action first and let the motivation catch up. And it works. Over and over, the doing comes first and the wanting follows behind it. So why do you keep waiting for a feeling that only shows up after you've already begun? To answer that, you have to understand the chemical everyone blames for everything: dopamine. You've probably heard dopamine called the pleasure chemical, the reward molecule, the thing that lights up when you eat, win, or scroll. But that's not quite right either. Dopamine isn't really about pleasure, it's about pursuit. The neuroscientist Kent Berridge spent years pulling these two things apart. He found that your brain has a wanting system and a liking system, and they're not the same. Dopamine drives the wanting, the reaching, the chasing. It spikes before the reward, not during it. It's the fuel for getting up and going after something, not the prize at the finish line. Sit with that for a second. The chemical you've been waiting to feel is designed to fire while you move toward a goal, which means you can't summon it by sitting still. You can only trigger it by starting to chase. This is the trap. You wait to feel motivated before you act, but the motivation is built to appear after you act. So the longer you wait, the longer you stay flat. You're standing at a cold engine demanding heat before you'll turn the key. And here's where it gets worse, and then better. When you sit and wait, your brain doesn't stay neutral. The task grows. The longer you avoid it, the bigger and heavier it becomes in your mind, until starting feels impossible. You're not lazy. You've just let a small thing inflate into a monster, and now you're waiting for monster-sized motivation to fight it. So shrink it. This is the part nobody tells you. You don't need motivation. You need a starting move so small that resistance can't grab onto it. Not write the report. Open the document. Not run 5 miles. Put on the shoes. Not clean the house. Pick up one thing. Because the moment you take that tiny action, something shifts. The wanting system wakes up. Dopamine begins to flow. The next step feels lighter than the first. And suddenly you're moving, and the feeling you were waiting for is finally here, walking a few steps behind you exactly like it was always going to. Momentum doesn't come from motivation. Motivation comes from momentum. Now look at the people you think of as disciplined, the ones who seem to have endless drive. You assume they feel something you don't, a constant inner fire that makes the hard stuff easy. They don't. The secret of motivated people isn't that they feel more motivated than you. It's that they stopped waiting to feel it. They learned to start while still reluctant, still tired, still unsure, and to trust that the spark ignites in motion, not before it. They act their way into the feeling instead of feeling their way into the action. That's the whole game. Stop treating motivation like a mood you have to be in before you're allowed to begin. It's not the cause of action. It's the reward for it. The next time you catch yourself waiting to feel ready, don't. Pick the smallest possible start and just touch it. Let the motion do what waiting never could. Because the spark was never going to arrive on its own. You don't find it and then move. You move and then you find it.